So what would you do if you found a magical talking horse? I mean, really think about it. Would you see it as a blessing or maybe a test? Well, we're about to dive into a classic Hindi moral story that asks that exact question. It's an amazing tale that pits a poor farmer's kindness against the temptation of greed, and it all leads to an incredible ultimate sacrifice. Okay, picture this. You're just walking through a deep, quiet forest, and you hear a cry for help. You follow the sound and you find this beautiful horse, but it's sick and weak. And then it looks right at you and speaks. For our main characters, Jagdish and Champa, this moment of just pure shock is exactly where their unbelievable journey kicks off. Our story starts with a couple, Jagdish and his wife Champa. They're poor, but they have really good hearts. And on a walk, they find this mysterious, sick horse. Now, let's be honest, most of us would be terrified to hear an animal talk, and they definitely were. But their compassion was just stronger than their fear. So they brought this magical creature back to their little home to take care of it. So at the center of this story, you've got three main players. There's Jagdish, the farmer. You have his wife, Champa, who is so selfless and feels this instant, almost motherly connection to the horse. And then, of course, there's the magical horse himself, Pawan Vej. He explains he's actually a traveler from a celestial world, totally lost and out of his element here on Earth. But you know, doing a good deed is one thing. Their act of kindness doesn't just go unnoticed. Almost right away, their humanity, their goodness, is put to a major test. And this is where the story's real conflict starts to heat up, putting their compassion head-to-head with the cold, hard reality of greed. So this test shows up in the form of a cruel moneylender named Makanlal. He comes to collect a debt, and when he lays eyes on this magnificent horse, he demands it as payment. But, and this is such a key moment, Champa doesn't even hesitate. She offers up her mother's last heirloom, her own gold jewelry, to save their new guest. Wow. I mean, that one act just tells you everything you need to know about her. The horse Panvan Veg is just blown away by this act of pure selflessness. He is so moved that he makes this solemn vow to them. He says, "You sacrificed your most precious thing for me. From this moment on, your protection and your happiness are my responsibility." And that promise, it forges this unbreakable bond and really sets the stage for the epic quest that's about to unfold. So after Pavan Vej reveals a bit of his magic by helping a neighbor, it kind of clicks for Jagdish. He realizes this horse might be able to grant his own deepest, most painful wish. He's been carrying this grief for years, and he finally asks for the one thing he thinks is absolutely impossible: to bring his son, who had passed away, back to life. Pawan Vej uses his celestial vision and sees a tiny glimmer of hope, a way to maybe, just maybe, make this impossible wish a reality. The quest is officially on. They have to travel to the remote, mystical Nilgiri Mountains, to a sacred place where the world of the living and the world of the dead can actually touch. Of course, it's not going to be a straight shot. Their path is blocked by a whole series of supernatural trials. First up, they've got to deal with a flesh-eating witch named Diana, but Panwag traps her in a magical circle of righteousness. Next, they face Nageshwar, the ancient king of the trees, who questions why they're even there. And for the grand finale, they have to pass a really tough test of wits. So this brings them to that test of wits. The Tree King looks right at Jagdish and poses this riddle. What is it that stays with you when you're in the light, but leaves you the moment you step into darkness? Okay, what do you think? Take a second. You got an answer? The answer, of course, is a shadow. By solving this riddle and one more, Jagdish proves he's worthy. He shows that this quest isn't just about his own grief. It's also guided by wisdom and a pure heart. With that, their worthiness is confirmed, and they're finally allowed to pass. At long last, they arrive at their destination, a sacred, shimmering pool known as a Mar Kund, the pool of immortality. It's here, right on the doorstep between life and death, that Jagdish is going to face his ultimate moral exam. You have to understand, a Markund isn't just some pond, it's a cosmic gateway, and it's guarded by a powerful Naga, a serpent spirit. To ask for a life to be returned from a place like this, well, you're basically petitioning the forces of the universe itself, and that requires a soul of absolute, unquestionable integrity. The Naga spirit appears and poses a truly impossible question. If you had to choose to save only one, your mother or your wife, who would it be? Jagdish's answer is just so profound. He chooses his mother. His reasoning? A wife is a part of your life, but a mother, She's the root of your entire existence. Without the root, there are no branches. The Naga accepts his wisdom, but it's not over. He presents the final, most heart-wrenching test of all. Jagdish is so close to getting his son back, but the price is unthinkable. The Naga asks, "To bring your son back to life, are you willing to sacrifice this loyal horse who made this whole journey possible?" And this, right here, is the defining moment of the story. Jagdish refuses. He declares, "My son is my heart, but this horse is my dharma, my righteousness. I cannot build my son's life on the blood of an innocent friend. That kind of life would be a curse." He chooses his principles over his own deepest desire. Incredible. Because he passed that ultimate test of character, the impossible actually happens. Jagdish's son is miraculously returned to him. The family is finally whole again, they're overjoyed, but just when they think all their struggles are over, they're faced with one last heartbreaking choice. Right in the middle of their celebration, this divine being appears out of nowhere. It's Palanveg's true master, his guru from the celestial world. He's come to end the horse's exile on Earth and take him home. Champa is absolutely devastated, pleading with him not to take away this creature she now thinks of as her own child. And so, Palanveg is given the final choice. He can go back to his celestial home, keep all his magical powers, and keep his voice. Or he can stay with this human family that he's grown to love so much. But the cost is huge. He has to give up his voice forever, becoming just an ordinary mute animal. And he does it. He chooses to stay. And that's how the story ends, with this powerful, unforgettable moral. The magical horse, the one who could grant wishes and defeat witches, makes the ultimate sacrifice. He gives up his divine voice, all for the simple, profound love of a family. Because in the end, it turns out there is no magic in any world that is greater than the magic of selfless love.